Hi. Okay, so we have the inner lid made for our garden box. Before we can put on our little pull that helps us to get it out of where it goes, we need to decorate it. So I have picked out a cute little piece of paper with some balloons and then some gears on it, and that's the one I'm going to use. So in order to do that, I need to first take off two of my white edges. So that's one. And because I want to use mostly this side, I'm going to go ahead and take off this one. Okay, so I want to go ahead and measure this, and we always leave a little bit of black around the sides. So I'm going to put this pretty close to my edges, and I'm going to use my pencil to mark about where I want to cut. So I'm going to cut that one first. Save that, and then I'll check it first. Oh, that's just about perfect. So then I'm going to go ahead and put this pretty close to the edge up here, and I'm going to mark it at the bottom here where I want to cut it. And there we go. Okay, so before I start smudging or gluing, I'm going to check and make sure that that fits just nicely. Okay, so my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge. I'm using black soot distress oxide from Tim Holtz. And I'm going to go ahead and smudge the whole thing. Now this would have been nice in the photo, vintage photo. That I use a lot of vintage photo, but because I'm using so much black and industrial, like coal soot, I kind of thought this would be cool. So let's go ahead and get all of our edges smudged. There we go. And then I want to go ahead and put glue on the entire back part so that I can get this glued on. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and get that pretty well centered as best I can. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to burnish it on this side. And I want to do my edges really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my hand to support as I burnish on this outside. Okay, so before we went ahead and decorated this, we had already measured and put our hole. Now, you can't see the hole on this side, which is actually where this wants to go, but it is on the other side. So very gently, and make sure you don't get your hands poked, but very gently poke a small hole and then come to the other side and completely poke it through. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on. And this is a bigger brad, so I want to make, yep, that goes through. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. And I'm going to push those down really well. Now remember, we have two ways we can do this. You can use either brown masking tape, or you can use some of score tape and cover this. And I'm going to go ahead and use score tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put several pieces on here. And because I want to make sure this sticks, because this is going to get pulled a lot. So if you're just using masking tape, you don't have to do this part. But if you're using score tape, I would suggest you do this. So I've put one the lengthwise of those tines. And then I'm going to take some smaller pieces and I'm going to cover all of these. And then I won't take the tape protector off. I'm just going to go ahead and this way, because it's a longer one, that's why I do this. And you don't have to, but it will give you an extra layer of protection, which is kind of nice on a bigger brad like this. And so then I've gone ahead and covered all of that original tape. So when I go to decorate the inside, now you've already decorated the inside of that smaller box, the outside box. So you know how to do these, and you know how to do this too. But this is going to be a very short video because I just wanted to make sure that you could get this in there. And once we put this in our box, let me show you. We will be making a journal to put in here. But once you put this, the journal will actually fit inside of this smaller area, and then you'll put it in here, and you'll have a journal here, and then we're going to go ahead and make the matchboxes for over here. Okay, so I'm not going to do that today. I just wanted to kind of show you how to make sure and get your hardware in, because I have a knack. You've seen me. I've done this one. And I did make some little things that I'm going to go ahead and glue on here. I have a train for one end, and then I have a globe for another. Because if you remember, I made a mistake and I decorated the inside before I put my hardware. So you always want to make sure that you get your hardware in before you decorate the inside. Okay, so go ahead and finish decorating this for our next time. And next time we're going to go ahead and make our matchboxes. And then after that, I will show you how to do our journals, which will involve sewing, not quite like we do regular books in library, but it will be along that same order. So you're going to learn how to sew signatures, the pages inside of a book. So I know this is short, but I'm really glad to show you how to do this, and I will get back with you again when we're ready to do our matchboxes. Okay, bye-bye.